Hi YouTube, so I'm here to do my week 18 update, and unfortunately I lost 0 pounds this week. So I'm still at 302.4. I am kind of disappointed and kind of not. My 4 months was on the 22nd, which was Friday, and I was hoping to be able to lose 70 pounds, but I've lost 68.6, I believe. Yeah, 68.6. So, I mean, that's pretty darn close, so I can't really be, like, upset at myself. The reason I'm okay with it is because since I was in pain this week and stuff, I didn't exercise, and you know, the little things I would do, like walk upstairs instead of ride the elevator, like I wasn't even doing that. So I really, in a way of like burning calories, I really wasn't. My eating was, it wasn't like incredibly bad or anything, but I think the amounts weren't great. Granted, not like before surgery or anything, but I kind of really slacked off. Like, I stopped measuring my food sometimes, and I kind of eyeballed it, and I'm pretty sure by eyeballing it, like, I had way too much. So it's kind of a toss-up. Like, yeah, the things I had were healthy, good decisions, but I'm not sure if what I had was too much. Now, granted, for like a normal person without this surgery, it wouldn't have been too much, but it still was more than it needed to be. So, you know, I'm kind of in the middle about that. I'm kind of really upset at myself, but it wasn't, at the same point though, it wasn't crazy over the amount that I was supposed to eat. It was just a little bit. Like I said, I eyeballed it, so if it was more, which I'm not really sure if it was, but I think it was, it wasn't a whole lot more. So, I'm trying not to be mad at myself, but it's kind of hard not to, because you're like, you know, look how far you've come, and it was just like, just from this week, like, I feel like I've lost some of my motivation. You know, and it's just a week, and it's amazing how a week of not exercising can get you unmotivated, you know. And I guess I'm kind of at the point where I would be at other diets, and I would be like, okay, I've lost a lot of weight, yeah, that's good, that's awesome, I'm happy, but look how much more I have to go. You know, I'm still 300 pounds. I've still got a long way to go, and then you get discouraged, and then you get hopeless, and you're just like, oh, forget it, it's gonna take forever. So I really need to get back on the bandwagon and just do it, you know. And so it's been a tough week just because, you know, I thought I had a bladder infection, went to the hospital, they said I had an ovarian cyst, and I never knew how much those hurt. That happened Tuesday, like I talked about in my past week. And so all week I was pretty much in pain. It's gone down a whole lot. It's still there, but it's a lot better. I'm still waiting for results back from my ultrasound, but from what they said, it looks like a normal ovulation cyst that you would get during that time. I don't know about any of y'all that have experienced this, but, you know, first thing, I've been overweight my entire life, and so, I mean, I did have a period and everything when, you know, of course, junior high, high school, but as I got up into being an adult, my periods started getting really irregular, and of course that's when I started getting even larger. Like over the 300 pounds. So there was a good time that I didn't, like, I wasn't having a period at all, and I didn't go to the doctor. I couldn't tell you how long because I honestly don't remember, but it was probably a couple of years. And then these past, I believe it's 2 years, my GP doctor has been giving me Provera every 3 months to have a period. And the thing with that I found out is that's like a progesterone bleed. So it's not like you're ovulating and then having a period. You're just kind of cleaning out all that stuff down there. So from what the gynecologist says that I saw, she thinks like my body's just like, whoa, you know, like what's going on, because it's been so many years since I've actually ovulated. And then of course like your hormones are going crazy, and so I think she was like, well, I think your body's just at the point where it was just like, whoa, what's happening? So that's probably all it is. And she said that the cyst would go away within 6 weeks. But if I was still in a lot of pain, in 2 weeks to come and see her. And it's been a week and I'm already getting better, so I think I'm gonna be okay. So it was kind of weird how it was like such a constant pain, and you know, but I'm glad I went because I would have been like really worried if I hadn't. So let's see. So of course, like I say, because of that pain, I didn't exercise at all this week because I didn't want to aggravate it. And I'm glad I didn't exercise because I didn't want the pain to be worse. But at the same time, I wish I had exercise because it's hard to get back into it after you've stopped exercising. I'm still having like so much problems with constipation. I don't know, like, of course this past week I got off of doing the fiber, and I know that that's what a lot of it is. I need to get back on the fiber, but it's just like I wish I didn't have to take the fiber every day. And granted, I get the kind that doesn't even, there's no taste, but it's just like, oh, it's another thing to take. So that's another thing that's kind of happening this week. So mainly I just need to get back on the wagon, you know, and start like doing good and stuff. And I've done really good today, so I'm really proud of myself. I feel like for dinner I might have ate a little too much, but it wasn't bad. It's weird how when you eat different things at different times you get fuller, different speeds, different amounts. So I don't know, it's strange. So emotionally lately I haven't been too like good, and what I mean by that is I feel lost. And at my support group we actually talked about this, about how relationships change once you've had weight loss surgery. And you know, not only does it change the relationship with people around you, but it changes the relationship with yourself. And it's kind of different if you have become overweight as an adult or if you've been overweight your whole life. Because if you're overweight as an adult, you're trying to find that old you. Whereas if you've been overweight your whole life, like, you're trying to find the you that you never were, or the you that you always wanted to be. And so I feel very lost, and it's so hard to explain because I know who I am. I know I'm funny and nice and like all those things, but yet I still feel like I'm lost. And I wish I could explain it better, but it's so hard for me to comprehend myself because it's just this overwhelming like lost feeling. I feel lost, I feel lonely. I know part of it's because, you know, I still miss food, and I go through phases where it doesn't matter, and then there are times that I miss it. And I think getting, you know, off the exercise and kind of like a routine kind of messed me up and kind of probably made me feel even more lost. But relationships are definitely changing the more weight I lose, and not only the more weight I lose, the more confidence I gain, and the more kind of stuff I don't want to put up with that maybe I put up with to begin with. And so I'm really having to like learn like how to stand up to people and be okay with that, and be okay with taking care of myself first, you know, and not in a mean, rude way, just that it's okay to be selfish and to think about myself for once, because I don't, or I didn't, you know, and now I want to. Now I want to be able to tell people how I feel without worrying about them being upset or being hurt. And like I say, not in a mean way, not being cruel or anything like that, but being able to have pride in myself and stand up for who I am and what I believe and things like that. So it's definitely a journey. You know, I've said it before that I knew this was going to be a hard journey, but I didn't realize how hard. I wouldn't change it, honestly, because I wanted this. And even though it's hard, I know in the end it's going to be so worth it. You know, I think I will forever and always worry I'm going to stretch my stomach. I think that's just one of my fears that's always going to be there. And I'm hoping as time goes on, I won't be so worried, because I'm hoping the more weight I lose, the more, and especially once I get down to the size I want to be, the easier it'll be to kind of stay there. But we'll see. I don't know. So I'm really glad I do go to therapy once a week to kind of talk to someone. I wouldn't say I'm like depressed or anything, but I don't feel like I'm me. So, you know, I'm definitely glad that I have therapy, and it really helps to have someone that's outside of the picture in your life and that's not trying to like tell you things to make you feel good or things like that. They're actually there to kind of help you through your problems. So I'm hoping next week to lose more weight and be under the 300s. That would be amazing. But that's pretty much all that happened this week. It was really very like a long but quick week, because I didn't feel good. I really didn't do too much. So it was long, but yet it went by like super fast. So this week is going to be a good week. You know, I'm going to do good. Everybody, you know, everybody out in YouTube world, we're all going to like band together and we're going to have an awesome week, because I'm definitely glad I have YouTube to go to and have people to talk to, because it's definitely been a help in me succeeding. You know, it's good hearing from people that they're experiencing the same thing or they have the same feelings, and it helps me not feel alone. So I'm glad I have y'all to turn to. So I hope y'all have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.